Good morning. It's Vape AM. Stay tuned and find out why the Capo 216 kit, this little guy right here, is my favorite kit pretty much ever. Pretty much ever. It's Vape AM. iJoy Capo 216 full kit is here, and we're going to take it all apart and talk all about it again today. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. I am Eli Juicy Jones. This is Orbital Vaping Headquarters, and you are Juicy Jones HQ, and you're tuned in to the iJoy Capo 216 kit review. We opened this thing up a couple of months ago, the green one, as you guys will recall. There it is right there, and I've been carrying it around forever. I finally got a full kit in the mail with the SRDA and everything, so we're going to unbox it. I'm going to tell you exactly what I think about this thing, which is I love this kit, so go get one. And there's a link in the bio, by the way. And we're going to re-wick it. I'm going to put a new wick in the SRDA. It's super easy and it's good. What I like about this thing is that iJoy has brought the squonking RDA experience to the masses with dual 2700 batteries, and you guys know how I feel about 2700 batteries, in a great little mod that feels great, gets insane battery life. Batteries came with this kit, has good flavor, and we've actually separately unboxed the SRDA as well before on the channel, and I told you guys before I love this thing. I think it's great, has good flavor, and it's, you know, as good as any expensive RDA as far as flavor goes. I'm sure it's not as good as the Twisted Method, that's certainly true, and not quite as good as the Cali, but I tell you, it's pretty darn good. This is the actual kit, in case you guys haven't seen my new white one. If you guys don't know already, I'm sure you do know, I'm on a super kick for Stormtrooper theme mods this year, and my collection is finally complete. I've got the Meh Wismec Jabo RX32 21700, the 2700 iJoy Capos 216, 2700 iJoy Diamond, the Aspire, that Skystar. It's the only 18650 mod I use, but I love it. So just so you know, that's the reason why I had to have white, because I have a thing this year. This year is purple and white, gold. I want to say hello to everybody who's in the audience. Hey, all y'all, thanks. Hope you guys have a cup of tea or coffee. I'm drinking tea. Oh, hey, Double D sent me 5 pounds. Thank you so much. My good friend Double D, that's in UK. I need to get you guys a link. You can order Juicy Jones HQ stickers through her. I'll have a link. She just sent me one the other day. I will put it into the description here after the show. Just so you know, click down there on the join us in Discord, and you can contact her and me and anyone else on Discord. Hey, there's my friend Scott Karras too, and I believe Copenhagen. I hope he's doing well. Hey Scott, hope you're doing great. Super great to see you. Super great to see everybody. There's M's, Ford 150, my friend Scott, which is great. Ed, Double D's, Red Bastard Vapes, and Brady. Hey, good morning. So this is the iJoy Capo 216. You get a little tour. We've done a tour of this thing and an unboxing before, but I'm going to do it all again. And what I tell you is I absolutely love this kit. I think this kit is great. I'm going to get my focus up here just so I can adjust it while we talk. There it is. Go a little bit closer. And let's see. This thing has a really cool anatomy. We'll go in 2 parts here. I'll take the RDA off, and then we'll talk about that in just a minute. The actual mod consists of this little guy that has almost the exact same dimensions as our old RX. Remember the original Rouleau RX200? These are so similar. This one's a little bit wider. Has a little bit bigger footprint. But they feel the same. They work just about the same. This has a good 510. It has a huge squonk pin for those of you who are measuring those things. This is important to me because it has to do with the flow coming back down quickly. I love this thing because it has separate doors for the bottle, for the batteries. So when you change the batteries or change the juice, you don't have to switch back and forth. It's got basic electronics. These iJoy electronics are pretty good, and it's got a puff counter, temperature control, and a wattage mode that allows you to ramp it up here and control the curve. I'm going to go back to the power mode. And it's normal, hard, and soft, so that's a 20% adjustment either way. And otherwise, you can reset the power puff meter, and that's about it. It's got pretty basic electronics. I love this because it's got wattage and temperature control for those of you who use that, so it works pretty well. I wish that it had bypass. That would make me happy if it had bypass or just a voltage mode. It has a really cool shape. It just feels amazing in the hand. This thing just feels amazing. It has these little raised sections to keep your 510, the bottom of your atomizer, off of here and get a little bit of airflow. I don't think it's sufficient for bottom air atomizers, but those barely exist anymore. But it does keep scratches off. And stuff been on here. I mean, this is funny. Even my Titan will go on here, even with that raised part in the back. But when you put the Titan on there, it scratches this little pointy part right here. But it does work. You guys want a big 41 millimeter atomizer on there. It has a huge clicky button, which, as you know, guys know, is my favorite. Just some scallops and other attractive things. Power up and down. If you hold both of these buttons, it will read the resistance for you again. Do it again. Got USB charging. That's 1 amp. So it takes a while to charge this thing. I think it checked that actually before we talk about this, because it didn't make a note exactly. Yeah, let me make a note. It's 1 amp per cell. So what's cool about this is it's 2 amp charging. You plug this in and it's 1 amp per cell. So they'll charge pretty fast. One of the nice things about 2700 batteries, as you know, that they'll charge at 2.2 amps for life. So you can't charge them fast enough, which is great. This kit came with batteries, which is cool. And I've measured them. And look, they're both above the milliamp reading that they were certified for. So they're 3,000 mAh batteries. These are 30 amp batteries, not 40 like they say here. The Mooch is already made a verdict on these. Always check your Mooch readings. And they came in over the spec, and so these will be really good. I'll just take out these Vaffle ones that I've been using, which are fine. They're really shitty batteries. These are actually probably the worst of the third-party batteries I have. And we'll insert these new iJoys that they sent me. And in this case, what I'll do is I'm going to reset the puff meter. So we'll just see how many puffs we get out of that. It goes back to 0 right there, as you can see. I really love this thing. It feels good. It works well. Very occasionally, you'll be gripping this thing, trying to squeeze this, and you'll open the battery door with your pinky. And I mean, that happens maybe once every 2 or 3 months. Not very often. Hey, someone's light went out. Who wants that? I didn't want my light to go out. That's pretty funny. Sorry, guys. I have this little desk light here that is a very nice LED lamp. And for some reason, a little power cable just came. Okay. So, I forgot what I was saying. Hey, Pat. It's actually Steven. Hey, Jeremy Fuchs. Great to see you. So, this thing has a great feel. Let's talk about the battery door here. There's an improvement I would make here, and that is I would make this little flange a little larger. You guys have heard me say this before, but if that were a little larger, it would be a little bit easier to get this in here. But this works great. It's 2 strong magnets on the bottom and a little clip on the top. It's just a flange, really. And like I said, it would be easier. You'd have a 100% chance of hitting it every time if that were just a little larger, but it feels fine. It works great. These doors that come with it, or these bottles that come with it, are pretty cool. This one is the one that everyone talks about that's got the flexi sides. And I don't quite see what the drama is behind these. I don't actually prefer either one. This one fills up a little bit easier than this one does. You have to squeeze this one to fill it up and then release. You guys have seen me do this quite a bit. This one just fills up kind of normally. Like, watch here. I'll put in some delicious Van Gogh Vapes Sour Belts. Sour Belts is so delicious, guys. I'll tell you, go to Van Gogh Vapes and use the code JuicyJonesHQ. Buy some of this stuff. Really delicious. So the capacity of the Squonk bottle says maximum 9 millimeters, but I know that I'm getting 10 in there, just so you guys know. And the capacity of this one says maximum 10, but I know that we're getting 12 out of that. So this one loses a little bit of capacity because of the sides. And then, of course, it works perfectly well. Let me just grab my Cali RDA here. Cali is my favorite RDA. Right now, it's really messy, and I didn't vape it this morning, so it's completely saturated, but of course, it works. Here it comes. It's coming out. So let's look at the SRDA. I love the Cali so much. Thank you, Cali, for being you. I want to take the SRDA apart. and show you guys how to rebuild this thing. And also, I just want to point out that the flavor on this is absolutely fantastic. Like, I talked to iJoy about this, and they told me that their goal with this was good flavor. And I thought there's a number of benefits to this, including people who are beginners can get into the RDA experience and the squonk experience, but they just did a good job of making an RDA that actually has good flavor. Got an 810 adjustment, or an 810 drip tip on top. And like I said, you guys have seen my other video where we did a full unboxing of this thing. And there is the actual unit that you screw in. These are replaceable, these little guys right here. I'll just take the walls off. Get this back on our, wow, funny, we're having some technical difficulties today, aren't we? Sorry about that, y'all. Can't particularly explain. Sometimes this thing just gets kind of ornery and doesn't want to, like it should. Like it for ordering professional gear. All right. Take the Cali off of here. I'll apply some force to it. Some grippy force. And then get this little guy on here and then check this out. This is it's not a particularly clever design on the outside. It's a big stainless steel. It's got friction fit 810 on the inside, so make sure that your 810s that you put in here don't have O-rings, which is fashionable right now. It's got dual Cyclops airflow, which is symmetrical on both sides. It may have a single coil option in the replacement coils for these. But what's cool about this is that to replace these, you just unscrew this entire thing. It's a 25 millimeter atomizer. The entire 22 millimeter inside unscrews. That unit right there, you can replace and buy another one. And so this is really cool. There is a tool in the box that lets you open this little guy up, take it out, and put a new coil in, which we're going to do right now together. And this is a perfect opportunity to segue into the opening the box segment. Hi, Michaela. Great to see you. Hey, James Rivera. Great to see you. Just telling everybody what I think about this fantastic Capo 216 kit. It came in a nice box. This is the kit. You're obviously not seeing that because they're not in the box. But what you get with the kit are the two batteries that we have already put into the thing, and I measured the mAh of them and told you what they are, and they're 3,200, 3,300 each. This is a replacement bottle, and it comes with a little cap. I like this little cap that closes that up, and it's cool and it's deep enough, but I kind of wish that it had a rubber band around it or something so that you could retain it. Because when I take this out, what do you do with that? So, I mean, ostensibly, you put it into the other bottle that you're replacing. Take it back in your pocket. But still, I'd prefer if it were a little cap. Hi, William Lingle. Great to see you. This is your 18650 adapter, which I don't use, but they do include one, and that's nice. You just put your 18650s in here. Then you still have to alternate them, of course. And then slide those right into the bottom, and they work just fine. I personally am not a big fan of 18650 batteries, but if that's all you've got, rest assured that this thing will work just fine using them. See? No problem. Get those back into the thing. Back to normal, please. It also comes with a USB cable, which are pretty useless most of the time. But remember, you can charge this thing pretty well on the face, and you'll get a meaningful charge. It has a warranty. It has a manual, which will explain some of the limits. This thing should fire down to 0.05, if I recall correctly. Make sure that we check that in here. Where is it? 0.06, excuse me, 0.06 to 3 ohms. So it's 0.06. I don't remember whether I've done 0.05 on here before, but I know that I've done 0.06 at least. It takes 18650 batteries and 2700 batteries. They tell you just a few things that we've already told you. And I did forget to tell you that there is a TCR setting that allows you just to set the curve yourself, and so that's cool. It has 2 amp charging, which is 1 amp per cell, and USB upgrading online, which we will see firmware updates for this, hopefully, pretty quickly. So, all that who's Bob back in there. Come on there, buddy.
What we came in here for was the replacement parts for the SRDA, which they include some Mooch, which is what they use. We're going to use Texas Tuff. And this little key. I want to remind you guys that if you stick around for the replay and leave a comment, I'm going to give away more. I'm Eli Juicy Jones. Just want to do a little station identification for those of you who just got here. Eli Juicy Jones. This is Orbital Vaping Headquarters. We're reviewing the iJoy Capo 216 kit this morning, and we're about to change the cotton in the SRDA. I've already told everybody here to run and don't walk and get this kit. I love it. It's great. It brings the SRDA squonk experience to the masses on the super cheap with a complete kit that comes with batteries and everything with amazing battery life. I was just about to tell everybody that if you leave any comment on the replay for today's video, we're going to give away some more Texas Tuff cotton, and I am going to announce the winner of last week's Texas Tuff giveaway just at the end of this review, when we're all done with stuff. So this is so easy. You pop this out, unscrew it, and keep screwing. Keep screwing. It's out now. Did I figure it out? And it pops out. And you'll notice that they didn't make it super fancy. It's pretty much just some cotton screwed in there, surrounded by the barrel. And then there's a little bottom there they tuck it into. So this is not too bad. I love this design. I think this is sort of kind of clever. We got to get this guy stuck on there. Put some more cotton in there and cram it in there, then screw it on top. So it is a little bit of dexterity challenge here, but this thing is so handy and cool. You know, I don't even need to change this cotton, to be honest, because it's in such good shape. But I'm going to anyway, just to show you. So tough. Speaking of tough, I've got some Texas Tuff here, right here. I'm gonna pull this out. Hello. As you can see, after many days, these are not looking very bad. Cotton that's in there. I have a little tiny container of water over here off camera. Dipping that into. Just to clean it up a little bit. Wish I had a little mini sink here. That'd be awesome. So what you have left is this little construct here that's just 2 soldered coils. And they are soldered in there. And your squonk pin. Sorry, there's like a few pieces of cotton stuck in there. So, just going to take some cotton. Stick it right through. Using my Juicy Jones method. Go roundabout. The turn and screw. The in and out. Figure out where they had theirs. Just out there. Find our scissors, which I know are sitting right here somewhere. Ginger. Make sure we have enough end length here. Yeah, doing pretty good. About where they were at. They put quite a bit of cotton in there. We may go a little shorter, maybe not. There it is. See, that's not very much work, to be quite honest. And to me, this is too much cotton. This is similar to how much they put in there. Oh, it looks like I pulled on that a little bit. Any bit now. Okay. So, that's how much cotton they put in there. Maybe that's still a little bit much, but to find the bottom. There they are. And then we're going to use the hair method here where we poof it up and stick it through. For the screw down. And then we take the little device. And we find the threads and screw it in. Come on now. Did I miss it? What happened in there? What happened in there? To take a little piece of haha using a tool to make sure that I don't have anything in the threads. One of my complaints about this process is that we don't have a way to secure this to anything stationary, but that is the game. Here. I feel like I have this on backwards or something. Maybe it screws in the other way. Pretty sure those are the air holes. Do I have this in sideways or something, perhaps? I love the solder points. That's fantastic. That way. What's going on with my screw? Oh, I'm so dumb. There's like a specific spot that you have to stick it through. See it? There's always a simple solution. Always a simple one. Jeremy says he would never use this. Of course, I think the point you're missing, Jeremy, is that you don't have to rebuild these. You can just buy new ones. That's what's great about these. They're super cheap. These things only cost about $4.50. They last forever. And I'm not thinking I'm ever going to just again either. I've never changed one before, which I never needed to. I've just used the same ones. I've been using this one for a long time. But what is going on with my threads? That's really the question. I have to get this little plastic tab through that little thing right there. That's what I failed to do. And it's so simple. Such a dummy. Doesn't mean I'm happy, but it is simple. So you need to find a way. Really, that did the trick, right? Yeah. That was quite simple. Feels like screwing and screwing and screwing, not getting any action. What do you guys think? That definitely got purchased there. Okay. Whee! Gosh, iJoy, you could do better here. There you go. You see, there's a spot there where it's fixed. You see the little tabs there? There is a spot where you have to find it. This little tool should have a rubber end or something. Super slippery. Now, is that screwing in there? Can you guys tell? You'd think I'd be able to feel it. This tool is way slippery. It makes it so awkward. Come on, iJoy. Alright. I was trying to find the threads there. Oh. Of course. I'm doing it upside down. You guys have to forgive me. Alright, so putting this in, we finally figured it out. Find the writing. It's on the front. You see this is about 0.13. Put this in here from the bottom. and pull the entire hair assembly of coil. Lol. Yeah, these are only designed to be replaced and reassembled if you want to go to this kind of trouble. But there you go. Of course, you'd never replace a coil this way. That was actually easy once I figured out my method. There we go. And we're going to put a quick tuck in there. There's our insulator. Screw it on down into the atomizer. Hey, Corey, it's great to see you. Looks like you guys are having some buffering problems. It's not showing me that there's any problems here. Is that better? Gosh. Hi, PJ. I just turned it on and back off. Did you guys hit it back? You guys don't have to send me messages about this. Not right now. I don't know what's going on. There's nothing unusual happening. You know I do this. Is it working yet? My gosh. What is going on with YouTube? YouTube is ruining my show. Why do you ruin my show, YouTube? What are you trying to do to me? You were trying to kill me. I know this behavior when I see it. Stop it. What about now? It says the health is good. What do you guys think? You'll have to forgive me. There was just something wrong with the YouTube in Seattle. I switched to the backup ingest and that didn't do any better. And so I just turned it off and back on and it seems to be doing a little bit better. And now it says it's buffering again. Sure what's going on. Almost nothing going on my computer. What the hell? Did my video come back? I'm so sorry, viewers. YouTube is destroying my broadcast. I can't tell you why. The ingest is operating so poorly. I keep switching it and trying new things, and there must be something wrong with our local ingest servers. Here where I live, it says that it's not receiving enough data, but this is the same as we always do. See if I can just scale it down. If it happens, it's probably not going to have any effect. There's something terribly wrong with our internet here. Well, I'm sorry, you can blame Comcast and Google. Yeah, it's terrible. It's dropping all my frames. Okay, I don't know what to tell you except for we have to just try later. I don't know what's going on. I guess I'll try to restart everything in my house. Now my battery's charging. I can't tell you what's going on here. Yeah, it says it's dropping 95% of my frames. I cannot understand why. Stream. Okay, what happened this time? Now it's dropping fewer frames, but it's still dropping frames. Caleb says it's okay now. Oh man, it's already dropping 80% of the frames. I'm so sorry. I'm Eli Juicy Jones. This is Orbital Vaping Headquarters, and Comcast and YouTube are failing in that. So again later. So I love you. Buy the Capo 216. Try again. I'm going to try again in a couple of hours. We'll see what happens, and I'm going to call Comcast. Thank you so much. Love you guys. We'll try vaping out.